This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Today is Wednesday, which means we're dealing with viewers' questions. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we're going to be talking about today, I'll just mention that if you have any questions or queries of a guitar or music-related nature, then get in touch. You can see the website address at the top of the screen there, link in the description. Use the email form there to send me a question, or you can leave a comment below this or any of my other videos, or you can get in touch direct via my email address, which is jrguitartuition@gmail.com. One chap who did exactly that is called Phil, and this was his question.
Hello John, could you do a video on what setup you need as a student to participate in online lessons? What hardware do you need, i.e. do you need separate microphones or a headset, audio interface, etc.? Do you need any particular software? Maybe you could demonstrate a very basic budget setup that will get you started, and a more advanced setup that will give you a better quality lesson. Regards, Phil.
So indeed, it's a question I've been asked a few times, and I thought, because it seems to be, at least once or twice a month I'll get that question from somebody, and, I'll answer them, and I thought, well, why not make a video on it? So that's what we're doing today. The bottom line is that many people think that you're going to need, some kind of microphone. Is a headset microphone the best way of doing it, or like a microphone like this, and I'm going to need some way of connecting the guitar into the computer. And it's probably going to be all kinds of, technology that I'm unfamiliar with, and I don't know. There'll be a learning curve, and maybe it's just too much bother. Well, not a bit of it. All you need to have lessons online with me or any of the other guitar teachers around who offer lessons via Zoom, you just need an internet connection, obviously, and some kind of computer. Basically, that's it. As long as you've got a webcam, then the microphone on the webcam is usually plenty good enough to handle the sort of audio requirements that these lessons have. It's probably best to do it, as I say, on something with a decent size screen. So maybe an iPad or some kind of tablet with a fairly big screen. What I'm saying is, I've done lessons before where the person at the other end of the call is on a smartphone, and it's less than ideal, to be honest with you. It's better than nothing, but it's less than ideal. So if you, whatever PC or laptop or Mac or iPad you're watching this video on, that would be possibly all you would need for having lessons online. If we're going to be using Zoom, which is what I use for doing my lessons like this, then there is, however, one setting in Zoom that you need to tweak, and if you don't know about it, can be a very frustrating experience. So here's a little bit, let's head off over to Zoom, and here's a little bit of advice on what you need to do with your audio settings there. Okay, one problem that often occurs when I'm doing lessons on Zoom is that the person at the other end of the call will start playing something on the guitar, or they'll be playing along with a backing track or something, and Zoom often interprets that sound as background noise and cancels it. So a setting you need to go into is, if we just look at where the little microphone icon is, down here in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, click on the arrow there and go into audio settings, and where it says audio profile, go down and tick this low option down here. There's this thing down here where it says original sound for musicians. I've tried that, and it seems to just not solve the problem of Zoom killing the what it thinks is background noise, which is actually the music that's part of the lesson. So this is what I found works: audio profile, Zoom background noise removal, and in that option there, tick low, and that will hopefully mean that we get the audio, all the audio that's necessary for the lesson actually being heard. So that hopefully kind of gets us over that kind of problem of Zoom cancelling out the what it thinks is background noise, which is actually the your guitar playing. And if you've got that setting, then hopefully you should be able to I should be able to hear what you're playing. And he's just a little snippet from one of my lessons with a chap called Darren, who as you can hear, will be able to hear what he's playing, no problem at all. Right, so over to you, Darren. What are you using?
What I'm using for my setup is I've just got a laptop. I'm just using the speakers and the mic that's built into the laptop, and I've got a little 1 watt practice amp, and obviously the guitar.
Yeah,
simple as that.
That's that Marshall that I kind of used to use, isn't it?
It's a Marshall DSL1, but obviously I did have another little Marshall amp that I used. Just for anything that makes a little bit of noise, really, is all you need.
So if you could just, play a little bit so my loyal viewer can hear what sort of sound we're getting over the Zoom call.
So I'll just do a few simple cowboy chords. So that's just a little bit of pentatonic there.
Perfect, Nick. Thank you for that.
No problems.
Right, and let's get on with the lesson. So there you go. That's all the kind of sound quality we need, and my guitar would sound the same going over to Darren as his sounded to me back, in that little clip there. That is potentially all of the equipment you need. That Darren was just using, a laptop with a built-in webcam, and that was it. We manage, and it works. The way I structure the lessons is there's usually some kind of homework which involves me saying to the student, okay, so why don't you have a little bit of a play over the top of this backing track and, kind of send the resulting MP3 over to me, and then I can sort of give you some feedback on how you're doing and all that kind of stuff. So again, you don't necessarily need, a great deal of equipment to make that work. But you can many people just use the voice recorder on their phone to create said MP3s. And as long as I can hear the backing track, and as long as I can hear what the guitar is doing, that's good enough. It's not going to be, studio quality recording, but it's good enough for the purposes of what we need to do in the lessons. If, however, you want to, get a little bit more professional results, then some kind of way of connecting the guitar into the computer and getting guitar tones onto your computer is, it could be a requirement if you wanted, as I say, to not just rely on the voice recorder on your phone. And probably the best option I found for that recently was this little pedal that I reviewed, a few months ago, the Sonicake Matribox. There's some pretty good guitar tones in there. Clean, dirty, all your effects, all your reverbs and chorus, all the sort of stuff you get in a standard multi-effects, and it just USBs into your computer and acts as an audio interface. If I have I got this open? Yes, I have. If I just scroll through my screens now, there we go. You should be seeing, not yet. Now you should be seeing Audacity here. This is a free, very basic DAW, digital audio workstation, that is ideal for just jamming along with a backing track. So if I go to the file menu and import audio, I can go and find a backing track. Let's go to a folder where I've got some backing tracks. So we'll go into here and scrolly, all the way down. Well, let's use some of the backing tracks that are going to come with the Patreon content for today. So, there's a 12-bar blues shuffle in here. There we go. there's your backing track. And if you then go into the audio setup here and go to recording device, you'll see there's a bunch of different options there. If you've got the Sonic 8 Matribox hooked up to your computer via PC, it will show up in there. So you just tick that option, hit record, a new track will be created for you to record onto, and you can record straight onto your PC. And it's it's that simple. And then, as I say, send the resulting audio file over to me, and I can critique it, give you some pointers, and that's it. So what do you need to be able to do online lessons like this? Well, a computer with a webcam, and potentially that's it. If you just want to do the recordings on your voice recorder on your phone, then that's fine, as long as I can hear what you're playing. That's all that matters. Or if you want to be a little bit more sophisticated about it, get yourself a Sonic 8 Matribox, guitar tones and audio interface all in one, or something similar. There's a bunch of other pedals around, but that Matribox one is one that I've actually tried myself, so I can vouch for it. And a free bit of software called Audacity, download, and there you're good to go. So that is how to do what Phil was asking about. Now, normally for these Wednesday viewers questions videos, I like to create some bonus content for my wonderful Patreon supporters. A solo perhaps, and a jam track and a tab of the solo and all that sort of stuff that I usually put up on Patreon. But as you can tell, I'm a little bit challenged in that regard at the moment. I had a little bit of a mishap while out walking the dog and broke a finger and detached a tendon. But I'm on the mend, and this is soon going to be a thing of the past, and I'll be back to playing again. So what I thought I'd do today, just to kind of keep it relevant to the topic of online guitar lessons, for my wonderful, wonderful Patreon supporters, I thought I'd put together 10 of the backing tracks, my favourite backing tracks that I created and use regularly in the lessons. So you're getting, a good little kind of stash of backing tracks to while away the long winter evenings with. They are, like all my Patreon content, up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, $3 or £2. No, I think the UK price has gone up. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's certainly $3 a month, or the UK equivalent, and you get access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. And a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are also linked down in the description. But that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars and whatever else crops up, basically. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.